Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Answers podcast. I'm your host, Miyamaja53, joined as ever by my wonderful co-host, Joebot22.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all? Welcome, everybody. I thought we'd jump in with a bit of Christmas music.
Santa baby, something hurry down chimney tonight. There you
go. I really can't stay, but baby, it's cold outside. It is cold outside.
It is cold outside, actually. It's very foggy where I'm at, actually.
I've got a cold at long last. You know, I've been very cocky.
You finally managed to get one.
Yeah, it's not too bad though. Like I got over the cough in like the space of a day, and now I'm just getting the sniffles. So
okay.
It's something about the COVID vaccine. It's making the colds worse.
Yeah. To be fair, I had a bit of a cold during the week, and it got really bad actually. Like, I woke up Wednesday morning, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" Like, I could barely even get out of my bed.
Like, you're not built like me. That's why.
I had to call in sick. I was like, I'm not gonna get there. I'll fucking pass out on the bus.
Oh no. It's that time of year.
Honestly. Yeah, exactly. It's the time of the year where your immune system really needs to start kicking on a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. See, I can have like the easiest cold ever and still be bad just because the way I am. I'm just fucking. I'm just awful. I'm like dead in like a week. So. But I mean, we still move. You know.
Yeah. All about that.
Keep on the drive.
It's all about drive, and it's about power.
I don't stay hungry because I'm fat, but.
Well, I was about to say I'm staying hungry. I'm eating. I'm literally eating as we're doing the podcast because as we're recording, it is. I want to say it's lunchtime, but I only actually got out of bed about an hour ago, and I just didn't make breakfast. So
I was out shopping and I delayed the podcast quite a bit. Bro, my dad and my brother they had the heart set on a coffee machine because that's what my brother wants for Christmas, and they already knew what they're gonna get, and they got into Curry's, and they were there for an hour, and then they were in Smiths, and I was so annoyed by them. I only went for the comic books.
Yeah, that's usually how shopping. That's usually how shopping goes with the family, though. Like, whenever I would go to, say, like MacArthur Glen, like outlet stores, you know, like the big, like, I guess they're like malls.
Yeah.
Whenever we'd go there, we'd literally say, "Oh, you know, we're only going to, I don't know, the Nike shop and." You know, maybe one other shop or something. We end up going into about fucking 15 shops. Like, we go into, like, Gap for no reason. Cause none of our family wear or buy Gap clothing, but we still go in and have a look anyway.
Yeah, it's whenever they say, "Oh, let's have a look around." You're like, "No."
Yeah, you're like, at the start, you're like, well, yeah, okay, maybe we'll pop into like one or two. But then by the end of it, you've wasted like 2 hours of your life just mooching about like Tommy Hilfiger when you know you're not going to buy anything because they're all really expensive. Like you just walk around, looking at them like, oh, that's a nice top. Oh, it's 50 quid, right?
I'll tell you what, we're starting a campaign right on the WAP. Organised Christmas. That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Know what you want. Go to the shops you know you're gonna have to go into, and then you're done. Let's organise Christmas, people. I just hate it when people are, let's have a look around, you know.
To be fair,
then they get in my way.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm a little bit guilty of it because I went to the Trafford Centre, which is it's the big shopping in Manchester. And I went there with a mate of mine. We didn't really know where we were going to go. We just went there going like, oh, you know, we'll just have a look around. And like, I walked past like just any shop that was slightly interesting to me, and I'd go, oh yeah, like come on, let's go have a look in there. And then I probably only bought about 4 things while I was there, but
But
I probably
what was it your
went in.
first time in that
It was my first time at the Trafford
centre?
Centre, yes.
That's all right though. That's
Mm.
all right. I'll let you
If
off for
I
that.
was going to say, if you're going somewhere where you know where everything is, and you still want to just go and have a mooch,
Yeah,
then
like
come on.
we went to Hanley, which we've been to. Like we go once a month.
Mm.
Like, 'cause I like my comic books.
Yeah.
We go once a month. We know the route that we normally take. And my dad was just like, he was going up and down the escalators, and he was just like, "No, this is more efficient, isn't it?" Now it's just like, "No, it's
Not really.
not.
No, it isn't.
It's
Yeah.
like instead of going so. Oh, right. This is gonna be weird to describe, but we went left, and then we went down an escalator, and then then we went down, and then we kept going, and we went back round to the other escalators that took us back to game, and then we went all the way back down out to the shopping centre. And
Right. Okay.
so we did like pretty much a circle,
Oh. Okay.
and we
Right.
had to go back down again, and then on the way back up, we passed the game where we went to anyway on the first time round. And it was like, it's more efficient. I was like, no, it's not. It's not
Mm.
more efficient. Let's organise Christmas, people.
Mm.
Let's get it done.
You know, if you're going to MacArthur Glen, just check the fucking map.
Exactly.
You just look at the map. You say, right, there's, I don't know, the Levi's shop. I want a new pair of jeans for Christmas. Go to the Levi's shop. Get your jeans. I don't know, if there's like a shop you want to go into that's right next to it, that's fine. But you're not going to go all the way over the fucking shopping centre to get, I don't know, go in the Nike shop, have a mooch, look at a couple football tops, look at a couple pairs of trainers, and then actually decide, I don't want anything. Don't do that. That's dickhead behaviour.
Exactly. Let's organise Christmas.
Dickhead. Stew.
I think a lot of people would get behind that though. I
Mm.
feel like there are a lot of people who hate Christmas shopping
Yeah, well, I do as
just
well.
just because of the
Like,
people.
I do enjoy when I'm going somewhere that like I don't have a solid plan of where I want to go shopping. I do enjoy sometimes just having a mooch. However, like if I'm going with the intention of getting something, like for example, I guess if I'm going to the supermarket, it's a different scenario. Like if I go into Tesco's or I go into Aldi or something, I don't go into Tesco and Aldi and then just like take an hour just walking around the shop going, oh, maybe I could do with that. I'm a student. I'm on a budget. I've got like not a lot of cash. So I go in, I go straight to the aisles that I need to, and then I fuck off. Because there's no point sticking around, mooching about like, I don't know, the crisps aisle, looking for if they've got, I don't know, a multi-pack of salt and vinegar McCoys, perhaps. You know? It's the same with clothes shopping. I don't just go into the Hugo Boss shop seeing if they've got a nice pair of socks. I only go there if I want to get like something that I know is going to be there. Same with Levi's. I only go into Levi's if I want to buy jeans. I only go into Nike if I want to get some trainers or something. I only go into Adidas if I want to get some, I don't know, like tracky bottoms or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh
And
no, this is like a topic in itself. We could talk about this
yeah,
all
it, it
day.
it
But
is a little bit. Yeah, we'll be here forever, but we'll get on to our first like proper topic, and it's one that it's only really come into light quite recently, and I don't know the full details of it. I probably could have done a better job of looking into this, but the story goes that well, obviously we all know Up Up Down Down, Xavier Woods' quote unquote personal gaming channel. The reason I say that is because, according to Xavier Woods, from the very start, WWE have owned the channel. However, they did nothing, at least in the first couple of years, they did nothing to help fund or, like amplify videos or anything from it. So, despite the fact that they owned it for pretty much the entire part of it, he had to do all of the work himself, and he got essentially none of the rewards for it. And so when Up Up Down Down became pretty big, which, if we just check how many subscribers it's got, I don't obviously know off the top of my head. Up Up Down Down, yeah, he's not paid extra apparently, but we'll move on. Up Up Down Down, 2.27 million subscribers, right? Now, it is, according to something called the Shorty Awards. You know what the Shorty Awards is, don't you, Joe? Or at least
Is that like the streamies?
I
Is
believe
it an internet
so.
awards show?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the Shorties is an international awards competition honouring brands, agencies, and organisations producing great content on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Snapchat, and the rest of the social web. Okay, so it's just like a general social media awards thing. Okay, well, according to the Shorties, this is their description of Up Up Down Down. Up Up Down Down is WWE's premier video game YouTube channel. Hosted by WWE superstar Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, Up Up Down Down features WWE superstars engaging in video game warfare on the sticks. Okay, so that, up front, it is presented
What's like the
as
cringiest description of a gaming show, by the way?
it is, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Warfare on the sticks.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
But yeah. So it is. I guess it's sort of described by the company as its own thing as well. So according to a report by Ethan Renner of Figure 4 Online or the Wrestling Observer, probably the Wrestling Observer because Figure 4 Online is the podcast network. A new report clarifies the status of Up Up Down Down and Woods' financial ties to the show, or lack thereof. Following up on yesterday's news that content creators for Up Up Down Down are holding out on the company until Woods receives a financial incentive to do so, Fightful Select reports today that Woods is not paid extra at all for Up Up Down Down, and that his income from both the gaming channel and his upcoming G4 hosting duties count against his WWE contract's downside guarantee. So pretty much, the way his contract is written, and I don't think this is unique for him, by the way, I think this is the way all WWE contracts are written, is because if you might remember, there was a big uproar about how WWE wouldn't let their talent use like Cameo unless it's through the company. Because obviously loads of WWE stars made Cameo accounts, like AJ Styles, I remember had one. There were a couple others. And that pretty much all their accounts got taken down because the company wouldn't let them have it, because it's an external monetary source. Which I think it's definitely a bit of it's a sticky situation. But to be fair, they're the ones that signed the contract, so I guess to play devil's advocate a little bit, if they'd have read the contract, they probably would have known this is what would happen. But I mean, it's quite. I do like the fact that the talent have actually decided to hold up the show. Like, there's been no uploads on the channel for no proper uploads on the channel for about 3 weeks now, and it's just because the talent just won't Yeah, here you go. The channel has posted just 2 short videos in the last 3 weeks, with the last long-form game stream hosted on October 15th.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah. You can sort of see why it's a bit of a sticky situation. Like, on one hand, it is true that it was never owned by Xavier Woods. And it's also true that in their contract it says that it works against their downside. However, you've also got to realise Woods was like by a big factor, the driving force behind why it succeeded. So if it weren't for him, the channel probably would have died flat on its ass. So it's like, why not just give him a bit of cash, give him some of the money from it? Because to be fair, I don't even think they're going to be making that much money from it. Like, YouTube revenue is not a big, obviously for WWE, it's not going to be even like 1% of their total earnings, is it? So
Yeah.
it's like, why hold it up from him? You're a fucking I think WWE are a $1 billion corporation now. I think we've spoken about this before. $1 billion corporation. Just give him the fucking money, right? He is the reason the channel grew and became so popular, right? He's the guy who pushed the whole thing from the start, with pretty much no help from WWE whatsoever. Like, the report does say that every talent that appears on Up, Up, Down, Down does get paid for their time, but it counts against their downside guarantee. So it comes out of the amount of money they get on a downside anyway. So it's like, why not just give Woods, like, for example, I don't know, 60-70% of the YouTube revenue, right? Why not? Because he's the guy who runs the channel, essentially. He's the guy that pushed it from the start. He used to do all the editing and all that, malarkey by himself. And then as it got a bit more popular, he got like, actual WWE people to edit it for him. But like, just give him a decent portion of the money. Because he doesn't get any money from it other than what WWE pay him to be on it. Which, as I said, comes out of his downside. So, it's not like it's going to be equivalent to Raw ticket sales, is it? Just give him some bloody money.
Yeah, I think it's such a shit situation because I mean, yeah, he probably doesn't bring in much revenue um as like WWE would. Like, it's probably just peanuts to WWE. They probably like, they can wipe their ass that kind of money that they get from their channel. But whenever you would watch one of his videos, at least back in the day, I don't know what they are like now because I don't really watch it. But back in the day, it was just like, we're here backstage at
Yeah,
Payback tonight.
it would literally be just like Xavier Wood just sit down in the locker room and play like fucking Windjammers or like Street Fighter with like Rusev, Kofi, and they'd just be shooting the shit. And
Yeah,
it used to actually be like pretty entertaining. Obviously, I stopped watching it after a while because like tell you what it was. He got Stephanie McMahon on once, and from that
oh
point on, I
god.
didn't watch it. I think it was like a 500,000 subscriber special. They got Stephanie McMahon to come on and play like I can't even remember what it was. I think it was some like obscure SNES game that she said she used to play when she was a kid.
It would have been more of a special if she didn't go on. Um,
Yay!
but but the thing is, they do them like videos at like the back of a pay-per-view event. you know, and they'll be like, oh, you know, you got a match on, you know, people can watch it. You're up for the
Yeah.
championship.
I'm
It's
pretty
just
sure
promoting
I'm
the
pretty sure
show.
Ryback was on it once actually.
Oh, probably right at
Actually,
the end of his WWE.
I'm going to look this up. Actually, I want to see if Ryback was legitimately on it.
Okay, but
Because if it is, yes, he was. Oh my god, they did like a full series thing for it. Well, I say a full series. That they played Super Off Road on the N64, and they did a couple videos of it back in 2015. Oh my god, that channel's been going so long. Fucking hell.
but
Yeah.
the thing is, it was just a good way to promote the pay-per-views, and I think he should get a bit of a cut for that, just because he's probably got like a 5% increase in pay-per-view viewers.
Well, 5% is.
Actually, yeah, that's
I was going to
probably
say 5% is probably a bit generous, but yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
a small amount at least, you know. So
Yeah.
give
I
the man
mean, to
some
be fair,
fucking money.
the last like big thing I remember Up Down Down doing was, you might remember, I think it was Evo. It was either 2018 or 2019, probably 2018. They did a Street Fighter 3-on-3 sort of tournament thing against Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and it was like, it
Remember
was
that?
so it was so surreal watching that, because it was on the Up Down Down YouTube channel, and it was so strange watching that, because it's like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are, according to, you know, because they're on Up Down Down as Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, does that now make them canon in the WWE universe? Because Up Down Down is,
Oh,
as
you
we
said it like it's
say,
fucking like Marvel or something.
yeah, it's like, you know, is Kenny Omega canon in the Spider? You know, is he canon in the MCU? Is Peter a big Bullet Club fan?
You just
No,
get suits in the background of a WWE match. Let's go! Let's go!
yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Uh,
Fucking suits. What a lad.
fucking
He's
weapon.
growing on me. I'll tell you what.
Grow, growing like the size of his fucking hands.
Oh no, fucking hell.
But yeah, I think WWE are in the wrong, personally.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, just give him some fucking money, bro. Like,
Give the man some fucking money
he's been
now.
doing it. He's been doing it for like, what, 6? I mean, that Ryback video is 6 years old. So he's
Exactly.
been doing it minimum 6 years. Just give him some fucking money. Pay him back. At least pay him for the Ryback videos, you know? I'm sure they brought in the big bucks. Because as we know, Ryback is a draw. Like, he's the biggest draw in wrestling history.
Wait till we get him on this podcast.
Forget Stone Cold, forget Hulk Hogan, forget Cena, forget everybody, forget The Rock,
Forget Edge.
forget
It's the
Tyler
rated
Rat.
Rice superstar now.
Yeah. The rated rice. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
A
fucking
WAP Hall of Famer.
Oh, please,
The
yes.
rated rice superstar.
We need to send him a ring, honestly.
Yeah, give him a bell. See if we can get him on.
No, I meant like a Hall of Fame ring.
Oh right. Oh, just send him like a Haribo Star Mix ring or something.
Oh,
in the
my
mail.
family did go to the Haribo shop today. Not me.
Oh,
My sister and my stepdad. They
cause
went to Cannon.
something came in the mail today.
I know, fucking hell.
These nuts. Yeah. So, pretty much WWE just fucking give him some money, bro. Like, he's king of the ring. Just give him give him some peas.
Bloody hell. Right. I do have to quickly ask you something. Because I did send you this in a message, but when are we getting Keemstar on? I thought, whilst we're on the subject of getting guests on, when do we get a Keemstar on?
A diverse area as well in Manchester. Quite, well,
Oh,
Technically just outside of Manchester. I go Salford.
wait, what? Jack, what? Hello?
Hello?
Hang on, I said something. You didn't react to it, and you were like really quiet, and then you were mid sentence. That was really weird.
I think the audio probably just cut out a bit.
Could you hear me?
No.
Oh, I was
It
asking when we
might
get
have been,
Keemstar on, but
might have been
it's
on
all right.
your
Carry
end.
on.
But
It might have been. I don't know.
That's
That
what I was going to say. That's a change for the books. It's not on my end for once. Fucking hell.
was just really weird. I opened up Snapchat. That's the issue. Max Edwards
Ah.
sent me a picture of the Lego that he bought.
Sending a picture of his cock.
Oh,
But yeah. So as I was saying, I go to university in just outside of Manchester. So we get quite a lot of people from all over the place. And I was thinking, which British accent? So by British, I don't just mean English. I mean, including Welsh, including Scottish, including Northern Irish. And you can even include mainland Ireland if you want. But yeah, we'll just talk about which British accents we think are the worst. Because I've got a couple that I don't like. But obviously, let's just see what you think first, Joe.
I don't really have any that I dislike, really. Like, as long as I can understand them. Like, like people who talk, like, you can't really understand them. Like, they'll be like,
Scousers.
yeah, a bit like that. And they talk with, like, R's. And you can't really understand them.
So it's
That's the
Scousers. Yeah,
accent.
Joe hates Scousers. There you go.
Well, not really Scousers in general, but, like, just, like,
I
as
don't
long
like
as you
this.
can pronounce words clearly, you're
That's
in the
what I was
right
going to
book.
say. Can't be the Scousers then. Whee, fuck off.
I used to hate the Irish accent, but
I'm not a
I'm
massive
all right
fan of
with it
it.
now.
I'm not a massive fan of the Northern Irish accent, actually, because there's a couple people here from Northern Ireland. They're nice people, but fucking hell, I hate having to listen to them talk, because it's like, they're just really whiny. And the thing is, I will say, actually, I have family from Northern Ireland as well. And it's like, God, I don't want to... I don't want to listen to you speak, I'm sorry. It just pisses me off.
I'll tell you what, though, Welsh.
I like the Welsh accent.
I,
Well,
I
I was going to
know
say,
I
of
know
course
this is
I
going
like the
against
Welsh
you,
accent. Of course I like the
but
Welsh accent, but...
it's I just hate the language. I'm sorry.
Wow, you're going to do Rob Brydon like that?
No, I don't hate. I mean, I don't hate the language of Welsh, but I hate the accent. I love Rob
Wow.
Brydon.
I
Don't
was
get me
going to say,
wrong, but
Rob Brydon would be nothing without the accent.
he literally would. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
What's a
just a bit of a
Karen?
shit already. Uh,
What's a Karen?
See, I was watching the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special the other day.
Yeah.
The newest one. I don't know why I was watching it, but
What's a
whatever.
Karen?
And I was just like, fucking hell, this that's I don't know who the actress is, but Stacey.
Yeah.
And like she's an advert and stuff. Whenever I hear her voice, I feel like hurting something. It's just like genuinely, it's annoying. It's high
See, the
pitched
thing
and
is,
Welsh. It's
yeah. Well,
so fucking
see, the
frustrating.
thing is, I like the Welsh accent, but actually, there's a lot. To be fair, I will say actually, there's quite a lot of Welsh people at my uni. Like, I'm mates with quite a few Welsh people.
Are you in a society, the Welsh People Society?
I wish there was a Welsh person society because
There might be.
I
You
would
might
be the
have to
first
get.
member. I'd be the
There's
first
one for
member.
everything.
Yeah.
Well,
It
there's
just,
probably
it
like
just
a shitting in your hand and eating it fucking society. Like
probably. I mean, there's an anime society, so it's close. It's
I
close
know which
enough.
one I'd rather be in.
It's close. It's close enough.
Uh,
No, I like the Welsh accent, but I suppose it's because half my family are Welsh. See, I'm noticing whenever I start talking about Wales or about Welsh,
you're going in and out of the accent a bit.
my accent pops in a little bit.
Where to? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from the valleys. I'm from Pontypridd,
Fucking Welsh.
No, but I suppose because obviously half my family are from like South Wales, and
I follow Welsh rugby, for example. I follow that very closely. I've just got to the point where I like the Welsh accent. Like, even no, I can't say. Like, I was gonna say, like, one of the people that I suppose I'll say just getting on with quite well. Put it that way. Is from Wales as well. So like, I hear it every day.
I'll drop out if I heard it every day.
Yeah, you'd be like, I've had enough of these fucking sheep shaggers.
Oh, fucking.
Coming to my country instead of going to their universities where they can get in for free. Ugh. That is true, by the way. If I actually actively lived in Wales, I could have gone to a Welsh university for free. I wouldn't have to pay my £9,000 a year. I would just go for free. I'd only have to pay for like accommodation.
Yeah, but what kind of degree would you get?
Well, I mean, like if I went to Cardiff or I went to Swansea, I could get a decent degree. Like University of Cardiff is like an actually genuinely good university. Swansea is less good, but it's because Swansea's a shit city. Up the Cardiff, come on, up the Kennedy. But yeah, no, Swansea's a shithole. Pontypridd. I'd like to go back to Pontypridd. My dad's from Pontypridd actually. Fun fact, actually, I haven't really. I don't think I've told this on the podcast. It's completely unrelated to like accents. But my dad in the 1980s was actually offered a place to play for the Pontypridd professional rugby side, and they offered him a contract, but he turned it down because during the 80s there was no money in rugby really, except for rugby league. But obviously Wales play rugby union. So he only turned it down because he was A, going to have to continue living in Wales, and B, would get no money. So he'd have to work as like a baker or something. Pontypridd in the 1980s had like just bakeries and pubs. So he'd have a bit of a hard time making any money. But at the same time, he could have been, professional rugby player. So you never know.
Who knows?
Yeah, I could have been complete. I could have just been full blown Welsh. Oh, it's getting stronger. I'll try and turn it off a bit. Turn my Welsh accent off a bit.
You just like people at home just had like a collective sigh of relief. It's like, oh
yeah, they're like, oh thank God, he's gonna stop talking in the Welsh accent. No, but I'll tell you what accent I actually fucking hate. Scousers. I fucking hate it. Like the only
reason for you picking this topic.
Well, it's not the precise reason, but it's also because I hear a lot of shit given towards the Brummie accent. But I'll get on to that. So, I think the Scouser accent is good for two things. One, taking the piss out of actual Scousers. And two, it's quite funny. Like, like there's a video I've seen on TikTok a couple of times where it's like some Scouser, he kicked a frog by accident, and like he just films himself trying to apologise to it, and he's like, oh, I didn't mean to kick you, bro, I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean it, bro, don't be angry at me. And it's like, it's a very funny accent, it's a funny accent to listen to, but fucking hell, it gets on your nerves if you listen to it too much. Like, it just sounds really harsh to listen to. Sort of the same with like Northern Irish. I don't mind sometimes, but it's just I think the people that I know that have Northern Irish accents, whenever I speak to them, they sound fucking awful. Because like there's for example, there's a girl that she's part of my friend group, and she's from I think she said she's from like Belfast, and fucking hell. She says everything in like the exact same like level of tone as well. Like everything sounds really consistently like, like blah, 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 like that, and it gets on my nerves. But yeah, Scousers. Not as bad. I tell you what, Scouse accent. The Scouse accent, I think, is a lot worse than the Brum accent. I like the Brum accent, but again, I think it's also because I'm slightly biased towards it, because half my family are from black country, so like, you know, again, sort of the same with Welsh. I'm used to the Brum accent, and normally I have like a mild Brum accent as well. So it's like I can't really slander what I use, can I? Like, I mean, I could just come out and say, "Oh, fucking hate people from Birmingham, you dirty fucking homeless people, whatever." I actually don't mind Birmingham. Actually, Birmingham is a city as well. I don't mind Birmingham as a city. A lot of people give it a lot of shit, but it's not bad. It's not as good as Manchester, though. I have found that. Manchester is nicer than Birmingham. So, there you go.
It's the philosophy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I tell you what accent actually really gets on my nerves. West Country. You know, like
What's West Country?
West Country. It's like, you know, not no. I'm thinking of Yorkshire. No, West Country's like the typical, like stereotypical British farmer kind of accent. They're a bit like, or I don't even know how to do one. I used to be able to, but I can't now. West Country. It's like people from like oh god. Hang on. I actually genuinely can't remember. West Country, like Cornwall, Devon. It just gets on my nerves. Like, it sounds like they're trying to do. It's called RP, which is just like the standard. It's what Americans think of as like the standard British accent. It's just like neutral. It sounds like they're trying to do that, but they just can't. And it fucking awful. Really gets on my nerves.
I mean, as I said, I don't really have a least favorite accent, but I mean, uh, it's just there's nothing that I really like get annoyed by when it comes to accents.
I get annoyed by American accents.
Oh yeah, they can fuck off. But
Yeah.
But
Like
I mean,
all
in the
American
UK,
accent. Just American
we're all
people. The American quote unquote people. More like the American dickheads. Got 'em.
I'll tell you what I do hate: adverts that put on like a northern accent. They
What,
can
northern?
fuck off.
What? Like
You know,
Yorkshire?
adverts when they
Like,
put on like a
get to,
northern
yeah.
accent.
Put on to kettle.
It's just like, oh, we're all working class people, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
We come
Yeah.
all
I
from
was
a
made in
pigtail work
Carlisle.
at the yeah,
I
like
was
that.
made in Carlisle, but I was born in the Royal Navy. Just say it the
It's
wrong
just
way
like, oh,
around.
fuck
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
It
I was born in
honestly
Carlisle.
pisses me off.
Yeah.
Oh,
18.
we all
I was
drink tea and
18.
work
I
at
was
the
pulling
paper
pints.
factory.
At 18. I was
Yeah.
pulling pints. Then I started pushing myself. Actually, you know what? Actually, I quite like the Geordie accent, and it's almost entirely down to Scotty T.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he elevates that accent quite a lot. I will say.
He's comedic with it. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Do pirouettes on me cock.
She's
I love
fucking
him.
pure, sick at ice skating. Like,
Yeah. Put me chop it in the freezer. She can do pirouettes on me cock.
anyhow,
But yeah, there you go. So I think we've decided the worst British accent is Scouse. Fuck off
let's move on
fuck
to
off you Scousers,
to the
dickheads.
topic that you're most excited about.
I say my thing is, it's something like right. Okay, so the third topic is Forza Horizon 5, which only came out 3 days ago.
I didn't even know it was coming out this year.
Yeah,
Lost.
I actually sort of forgot, and then my brother messaged me a couple of days before it came out about like how his mate. No, well, his mate got the like the premium edition, which meant you could play it like a couple of days before release.
How much was that then?
Oh, it was probably fucking like I think it was like 80 quid or some shit like that.
What? That's a fucking joke. But whatever. Each their own. He's gone. He's back.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Yeah,
I sort of had like 2 words to say, and I was like,
Yeah. But essentially, like, he only messaged me to say he's already found, like, all the, like, barn find cars, which are, like, old cars you have to go out and pretty much just find to unlock. I've already found 3 of them, to be fair. I've probably only played the game for about 8 hours. Which actually sounds like a lot, but considering, like, I spent most of it just driving around, just having a nice time, you know, as you do. Like, that's what you do in Forza, isn't it? You just don't. My brother's awful for it. He never bothers to do the races. He literally just drives around, just like filling in the map and nothing else.
Checking the environment out.
Yeah, no, genuinely, that's what he does. Like, I at least, like, you know, I do a couple of the races and stuff, like, so I can get, like, more cars and stuff. Because I've got a lot of money on it already. I've got, like, fucking 850k. Because I haven't bought any cars. Because the way I play Forza is I try and save up as much money as possible. So, if I ever need a specific car, I can just buy it because I'll just have enough money. You know? Rather than, like, spending a bit of money every time on a new car or something. Because, you know, hustle mentality, you know, you just, you complete races, you get cash, and then you save it. Reinvest it in, like, NFTs. Ugh, fucking NFTs. But yeah, Forza Horizon 5, my first impressions of it, I'll be honest, it certainly is a Forza Horizon game. However, that is not a bad thing in any sense of the word. Like, Forza Horizon, I've said it before several times on the show, Forza Horizon is probably one of my favourite games to play on the Xbox. Because it's just one of them things, you can just boot it up, and you just drive. You know? Because as we know, it is about drive and it is about power. We stay hungry, we devour. We also put in the work and put in the hours, and then we take what's ours as well. But
stop the joke. It's not funny. Stop.
No, it is funny. Black and Samoan in my veins. Culture of Bangor was strange.
Oh my life, please. I'm leaving in a minute.
Wow.
You've got 10 seconds to make your fucking point. Please.
Yeah, so it is essentially, if you boil it down, it's just Forza 4, but in Mexico instead of the north of England and the south of Scotland. So it's like, it's better because it looks nicer. There's also, like, more, like, environmental stuff they've added, so, like, you can get caught in, like, sandstorms and stuff. They've revamped, like, the unlocking system. So, like, the way it would go in Forza 4 was pretty much you would just keep playing the game, and then you'd unlock more races or, you know, new cars, whatever. Every time you level up, you get, like, a wheel spin, which you can get, like, new cars and customizable or customization options for your character, stuff like that. But I don't know. It's just like something about it. It does. It feels like a little more effort sort of has gone into this one, because with Forza 4, a lot of effort was definitely put into the environments and the mechanics of the game. Like it definitely felt very real in Forza 4, and this one does as well. But I think they also sort of like, I say that Forza 4 also had a DLC pack where you go to Lego World and then drive a giant Lego McLaren about. So maybe it's not that realistic, but this one has. It's still very grounded in its environment. However, there's a lot of just like silly side story stuff you can do. Like there's one where I haven't actually played any of it, but there is a side story where you just do quote unquote car lucha libre. So like you just wrestle cars about or something. It sounds very, very weird. Probably is very weird as well. Like I say, I haven't played that game mode. Might give it a try in a bit. But there's all sorts of strange things in Forza 5 that help it like stand out. But they fit with the mood of the game, because obviously it's based in Mexico. Like lucha stuff. Good lucha things, as Kalisto would say. Very, lucha is very closely entwined with the Mexican culture, so it makes sense to incorporate shit like that into it. I mean, I don't know how accurate the idea of lucha wrestling with cars is, but it's cool. In terms of the choice of cars, there's some decent ones in there. You can get a Ford Focus. You can get a Renault Clio. I think you can get a Fiat 500 as well. So, everyday cars. You've also obviously got like your Lambos, your Ferrari. You've got all the cars you would expect, essentially. I got some free cars from it actually. Because I have like save files from Forza 6, Forza Horizon 2, Forza Horizon 3, and Forza Horizon 4. And Forza Horizon 1 as well. I got like a free Dodge Viper for having a save file for the Xbox 360 Forza Horizon game on my Xbox, which is cool. Like, it definitely is a Forza game. That's what I'll say. It's like, it's more of the same, but when what it already was already pretty fucking good. It's like I say, it's not a bad thing that it's more of the same. It's just like I wouldn't pay for it as well, if you get what I mean. Because obviously I've got Game Pass Ultimate, so I got it through that. I do feel sorry for the people who pay for it, because it's like it is a little bit like paying for FIFA. You're just getting the same game with a nice new coat of paint. And to be honest, I feel like even though it's like the first one made after the release of the Series X, it also still feels like it's not made with the Series X in mind. Or, well, it probably is made with the Series X in mind, but not like just the Series X in mind. And I think it's because Microsoft, at least for the first couple of years of the Series X's life cycle, are just making when they're making games, they make them so you can play them on both. So Halo Infinite, for example, is going to still be playable on the original Xbox One, which it's probably going to look like shit, and it's probably going to play like shit. But I mean, the Series X and Series S versions will probably be alright, you know? I have found that, like, the next gen versions of the games look and play way better than the last gen versions. For example, Judgment. Judgment I have the Series X version for. I'm fairly certain, actually, that is the first Yakuza game that is exclusive to Series X, because you can technically play Yakuza Like a Dragon on last gen. So, yeah. But Judgment obviously originally it didn't originally release for Xbox. It was a PlayStation 4 exclusive, the original version. And then they re-released it in I guess a remaster to go with Lost Judgment, which obviously has just come out quite recently, and according to all the reviews, is very good. But yeah, like it's very strange. Lost Judgment got a remaster that's Series X and Series S exclusive, which I think they could have done with Forza 5 here, but I also see why they haven't, because obviously not everyone has a Series X or a Series S yet, for quite blatant reasons. Because A, they are très expensive, which is French for very expensive, if you didn't know. But also, there's just like not enough being made to accommodate everybody, I guess. You know, like microchip shortages really scuppered the rollout of the Series X. It's why, like, even now you still struggle to buy one. Like, I got one, like, genuinely, I got the alert for it showing up on the marketplace. I got the alert for it, and I had to just buy it within like 2 minutes, or otherwise it would have sold out completely. So I'm happy that I've got my Series X, and like I use it way more than I do my Switch. Like, you know, cause here in my uni, I haven't got my PlayStation 4, but I've got my Xbox and my Switch, and I pretty much only use my Switch if I get bored of what's on my Xbox, and even then, all I play on my Switch is Smash Bros, and that's kind of it. And now, I think I was talking about it last week as well. I have an emulator that runs on my laptop now, so I could also just play. For an example, the game that I've been using it the most to play, it's going to sound really crummy, is the first Professor Layton game, which that does make me sound like a bit of a fucking wet wipe. However, I really like the Professor Layton games. I like puzzle games like that. It's got a good story as well. Quite a short game actually. The first Professor Layton game, you can sort of get through it quite quickly. I think I've only clocked up 2 hours, but I'm already on the third of 12 chapters. So I'm sort of steaming through it. But yeah, you know, like back to Forza Horizon 5. I think in terms of actual content, because it's just like more of the same, and by the same I mean still very good. There's not a massive amount to talk about for it. If you know, I always find it where it's a lot harder to talk about something that you think is very good, but doesn't have like, you know, it doesn't have anything like massively stand out that would make me say, go out and buy this game. It's one of them ones where if you've got Game Pass, which I do, get it and you will have you'll have a great time. However, I wouldn't pay I think it's £55 to buy the standard edition. I wouldn't pay £55. I would just get Game Pass Ultimate. And you'd probably, you know, was it £11 for a month? Just, you know,
pay the £11 for the month, just beat the game in the month, or just like play it for a month or whatever. Because it's, you know, I'm not sitting here saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying you shouldn't get it if you want it. Like if you want it, of course go buy it. You know, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm just sitting here saying, I personally, even though I'm a massive fan of the Forza Horizon games, I wouldn't fork over £55 for it. But also, I'm a bit like that with any game. Like, to be fair, I bought Judgment, which is a game I've wanted for quite a few years, to be fair. I only bought that because it was on sale for 20 quid. You know, like, I'm quite frugal. So if you've got cash to splash, yeah, of course, play it, you know. If you've got like a high-end PC as well, you can run it on PC, you can get 60 frames in like fucking 8K it can export up to. So like if you've got like a NASA computer or something, oh mate, go ahead and get it, because it will look absolutely fucking stunning. Like I've got it on mine. Obviously I've got it on Series X, so I put it on like the high quality graphics setting, which does bump it down to 30 frames per second, but it's not really that noticeable. But it's also not that noticeable because I've got a 720p, pretty much, I want to say television, rather than like a proper, you know, crisp quality monitor. If I had a crisp quality monitor, I'm sure the game would look even fucking better. But even on this 720p monitor, the game still looks fucking fire. So it's like, yeah, if you want just like a beautiful looking car driving simulator, Forza Horizon is the game for you. Like, you can get 4, you can get 5, you can get 3. I don't know if 3's on the Game Pass, but I know 4 and 5 still both are. Yeah. Just get it if you want it, you know? If you like racing cars. Good. It's better than Gran Turismo as well. Gran Turismo sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Gran Turismo, more like
Going to shit, Mo.
Gran Turismo. Yeah. More like suck my nutso.
I don't really have a preference, but yeah, that was a pretty good review actually. I'm hooked. I'll only get the game again I'll say again, but I'll only get the game if they do a collab with Cake Boss and they have that car, the cake car.
Mm.
They
The
did
cake car.
that one episode, the NASCAR car.
The NASCAR.
They probably dropped it down the stairs as well. That's just every episode of Cake Boss. But yeah.
More like
Anyhow,
cock boss. Got him.
speaking of food, to be fair, I'm kind of dreading this topic, but we'll move on. Because I did get a lot of hate from our friend who mentioned him a lot, Leighton, for this a while back. So we'll see how this goes. I might get some hate, I might not, but I'm not from you. I just mean the
Oh,
viewers at home,
Yeah.
you know, or you might hate me. I don't know, but
No.
you do you want me to introduce it?
Yeah, sure.
So it's what is the best burger on the McDonald's regular menu?
Yeah, I say regular because my actual favourite burger is the Big Tasty, but the Big Tasty's not on the regular menu. So
Yeah, so no seasonal burgers, everybody. Yeah, I guess I'll start off. Um, I just go for a regular cheeseburger because I'm a very picky eater, as we all know from the numerous food episodes that we've done. Um, I'm just a normal guy, me. So that's
that is a
literally it.
very, you know what? That's a very fair shout. I'm not going to argue with that because I have several McDonald's orders, depending on how much money I have, what time of the day it is.
Okay.
which it's gonna sound a bit strange, because there is McDonald's on the way back from, because I have to, I walk to the student union bar, watch football, hang out with my mates, have a couple drinks, all that malarkey. And usually on the way back, I'm quite hungry. So whoever's put that Mackey's there is a fucking genius, because it's all genuinely, it's always students just walking back from the student union bar who go in there. So I walk back from the student union bar.
I don't know if you're just not talking, Jack, but we can't hear you. Or at least I can't hear you.
I get orders, and I get my fries order, and it all comes to about what I get in the most recently situation is just sweet chili chicken wrap meal. Strategic, actually. I plan out how much burger it'll take. Well, am I? I don't know. Yes.
I can hear you now. Hello.
Good. Yeah. Did you hear anything about my second order?
No, I don't think so.
Right. Well, you heard what the first one was. It was a sweet chili chicken wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Oasis. It's good stuff. That. Yeah. So my secondary order, depending. This is the one that depends on how hungry I am. So what I do for this one is I get as much burger as I can for as little money. So I get two single cheeseburgers, a chicken mayo, and either a double or a triple cheeseburger, depending on how hungry I am. And it all typically comes to about £5 something. And I'm getting 4 burgers for about £5. And I'm chilling. I'm just vibing.
Just vibing.
Just chilling. You know? I just come back to my room, I sit here, I just fucking stuff my face full of burgers, and I go to bed. As you do. You know? It's good stuff. But that doesn't actually answer the question of it. What is the best burger on the Mackey's regular menu? You know what? I probably would say I think quarter pounder might be up there, you know. Because I quite like the quarter pounder.
But I got one complaint about the quarter pounder. The meat doesn't fit the buns, usually. You just got like a bit of meat hanging off.
You're right, yeah. I think it's because they just use like generic buns, but the quarter pounder patties are quite a bit bigger.
It just infuriates me because then you get your hands all over this big bit of greasy meat, which sounds like an innuendo. But I promise it's not. Uh, yeah, it pisses me off. And Newcastle emailing me right now. I'm gone. Sorry.
You Casa emailing you about big greasy meat.
Big Mac. Yeah. Every fucking day. Do you want to go to the uni? No.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've had an email about contractors in my accommodation that will be carrying out water hygiene works. Great.
I don't know if you heard me snoring then, but I hope you did.
I did, yes.
Okay, good.
This means I'm going to have to let some random fucking, like, 40-year-old contractor into my room. Well, not my room, but my bathroom, just to, like, check my shower still works, pretty much. Great.
I know how small your bathroom is.
Yeah, it's a bit grim.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as some of the bathrooms I've seen at, in people's rooms. And it managed to pass the room inspection. So
The room inspection. What?
yeah, they have a room inspection a couple times a year just to make sure that you haven't stolen like a fucking signpost from somewhere or something. And also just to make sure that your living conditions aren't a shithole. I mean, our kitchen is looking a bit rough at the minute, but it's because I think somebody. It wasn't me. I know that much because it was like loads of pizza toppings are like caught in our sink. Like they're sort of blocking up our sink in the kitchen, and we don't have any like rubber gloves. And I'm not doing. Nobody's going to do it barehanded. We don't have any rubber gloves to clean it out. So it's sort of just stuck, like clogging our kitchen sink up a bit, which is a little bit grim.
Get some fucking rubber gloves.
Well, it's not my stuff though, so I'm not doing it. Mate, somebody had a pizza because I'm looking. Most of the stuff in there is like it's like on, you can tell when it's like pizza topping cuttings of like meat or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like pizza bits of ham, like clogging it up.
Is it like really thin?
Yeah. Like thin, like long rectangles of it. Yeah. And when I had a pizza, the last time I had a pizza was, I want to say, Sunday night, and it's only really started to get this bad since, I want to say, either yesterday or like maybe Tuesday night. I had a... What did I have? I had a barbecue meat feast pizza, but it pretty much only had like, I think it was like onions, pepperoni, and a bit of like spicy sausage meat on it. So it can't have been me. I'm not blaming anybody here.
As to who it is.
Yeah, I'm not blaming anybody here, but I know it wasn't me.
Sometimes
it's like a game of Among Us. It's like a game of Among Us. It's like Among Us, I'm an innocent trying to suss out the imposter.
We will talk a bit more about Among Us later.
Yeah.
Because we'll be talking about First Class Trouble, but we'll obviously,
yeah,
because that game is very similar to Among Us, we'll talk about a new
Among Us
as well.
Yeah. But back to it. Best burger. I think the quarter pounder's up there for me. Big Mac I think is a bit overrated. I'll be honest. I like a Big Mac, but I tell you what I like more than a Big Mac. The Whopper. Ooh, steaming hot take there. I prefer the Whopper to the Big Mac. Only problem is a Whopper is like fucking £3 more if you get it as a meal. So I very rarely have a Whopper because I'm poor. And also I've only seen one Burger King in the entirety of the Greater Manchester area since I've been here. And it's in a shopping centre. They are.
They're going.
think I really like Burger King as well. Like I went there. I was doing some assessment work over in Media City, which is like this. It's pretty much it's where all the TV studios and stuff go to for like Manchester work or whatever. But they've got like a shopping centre there, and I went to the shopping centre with a mate of mine after I'd finished my assessment work and just grabbed some lunch, and I had a Whopper meal from Burger King, and it was fucking delicious, but it cost me like £7.30, so I was like, ooh, breaking the bank a bit.
To go to Burger King.
So actually, the size of the Whopper I would say is in width bigger than a Big Mac. In height, obviously, it's a lot smaller because a standard Whopper has one patty and a Big Mac's got two. But if you get a double Whopper, then that's your problem solved. Problem is, Whoppers are like big. Like considering how they're quite a flat-looking burger, and they're very filling, very very filling. But yeah, we're not talking about Burger King. We're talking about the other one, Mackie D. You know.
I don't really have anything to talk about with Mackie D's. As I say, I'm just boring.
Yeah. To be fair, like I've only really started going to Mackie D's regularly because it's there. Like I wouldn't normally. I just go because it's like, I can't be arsed, because like I'd have to get home and then I'd have to I have to preheat the oven. Then I've got to, get like all I've got in my freezer essentially for stuff I can put in the oven. Right, I've got fish fingers, mincemeat. Well, mincemeat doesn't even go in the fucking oven because that's for like making spaghetti or pasta or whatever. So I've got a tub of mincemeat in the freezer. I've got a packet of Bramley apple sausages in the freezer as well. And then I've got like veg, which is the stuff you put in the microwave. So I have a bit of a conundrum every time I compounds to get with like I don't know, making a pot noodle, but then also having a side plate of fish fingers to go with it. Like exactly, because the way I buy stuff, I don't really buy like stuff for making like properly like chefing up a proper meal. Really, I'll be honest, I'm a very lazy cook. What I'll essentially do is I'll go to Aldi and like I'll buy stuff from like the frozen section, and I'll buy like I bought like a packet of chicken goujons, southern fried chicken goujons from there. They were actually fucking lovely as well, absolutely lovely. And literally for my dinner one night, I literally just had a plate of chicken goujons and mozzarella sticks, and it took me about half an hour to 40 minutes to get it all done. And it's just chicken goujons and mozzarella sticks. That's all it is. But I had to faff around so because we've got a really small oven, and it's really shit. Like, I think there's 6 knobs on the oven. 2 of them have broken off. We have reported that to the front desk, and they still won't come and fix it. So good stuff. But yeah, like I'm quite a lazy chef. So most nights I will usually end up just getting a Mackey's or making a pot noodle or tin of Heinz ravioli or something. Just the bare minimum essentially. Yeah, like you get the tins of like Heinz Ah, you can't be slandering
I,
Heinz beef
I was I, was-
ravioli.
I was forced to eat that as a kid. Ugh.
Oh, mate, I love
Ugh.
it. I
Ugh.
actively choose to eat it.
Ugh. No, not for me. It's not for me. Fucking vile. Putrid. Ugh. Sorry, not to knock your favourite meal here, but
It's not my favourite meal, but I do have it quite a lot. Oh, actually, we've got just like a side thing, just very quickly before we move on. As you know, I was talking about pot noodles. What is your favourite flavour of pot noodle?
oh, chicken mushroom, easy.
Okay. Okay.
You sound a bit disappointed that I didn't say
No,
something else.
chicken and mushroom is all right. To be fair.
That's just pretty much all I have. I do have one big bad boy from time to time, but I can't have them all the time.
I think chicken and mushroom I probably put as like either second or third. My
What was your
favourite
first
one, sticky rib. Actually,
Oh, I never had that.
I absolutely fucking love sticky. Like genuinely, I went shopping to Tesco yesterday, and like, you know what's really funny about Tesco's actually? The king size pot noodles are cheaper than a regular size pot noodle. No, I shit you not. It's like 63 pence for a king size, and it's 75p for a regular size. I don't understand it at all.
Is there like a deal on at the minute?
No. Like those are the standard market prices, allegedly. I don't have any understanding of why, but it's annoying though because the only king size ones they stock at the Tesco where I live is sticky rib, which I'm fine with, beef and tomato, which is all right, and then Bombay Bad Boy. So like I've got the choice of three, or I can fork over an extra 12 pence for a smaller sized chicken and mushroom one. So pretty much, I just buy like 3 or 4 sticky ribs, whack them in my cupboard, and then like if I can't be asked to like make myself some proper lunch, I just get one of them out because it's easy, you know.
Yep.
But
Straight in.
yeah,
Done.
yeah, easy. Just get the kettle on.
What was it, like 6 minutes now? Or
Fill up.
4 minutes?
It's 4 minutes because you've got to fill it up to the line. Leave it for 2 minutes. You put your sachet of like soy sauce and ginger. Is the one in the sticky rib one. It's like soy sauce and ginger. Squirt that in. Give it like a little like swirl with a fork. Put the lid back on for 2 minutes. Job's a good one. And there you go. That's lunch. Takes genuinely like probably 5 minutes in total because you know taking into account like the mixing up kind of time in between. It's good. I like sticky rib. You should give it a try one time.
I
It's
might
good.
have to.
Yeah. But yes,
With the glowing recommendations.
yeah, it's good. Body Bad Boy. It's not my favourite. To be fair, like I don't really go for like, spicy kind of noodles that often. Like I just stick to ones
fair.
that like I like the original curry one. I've had that one like twice. That one's decent. I know a lot of people.
Decent.
It's decent. Tell them, lad. Yeah, no, I know quite a lot of people like the original curry pot noodle as well. Because I was talking to one of my mates up here about like what their favorite pot noodles are, and he says he likes all of them equally, but he just really doesn't. He just really doesn't like. It was like some special one that they did a couple years ago, and he liked every single one of them except for that one. Which is fair enough. I think they're actually.
Hatred.
I think actually, there is a new pot noodle flavour coming. Because I remember
a permanent one or a special event one.
I think it's a permanent one. There you go, pot noodle. Let's see what flavours they're going to drop. Go on.
Me and the boys
just show me the pot noodle. So there's 11 different flavours you can get. I've only. Oh wait, no, that's not 11 flavours. Who are they kidding? Ooh. Actually, oh, it was a peri peri chicken.
Oh, was that the one he hated, or was it the new one?
No, that's the new one.
That might be alright.
But you can only get that in a normal size. You can't get it in a king size though. So there's only 6 that they do in a king size.
Oh.
They do the Bombay Bad Boy, Chinese chow mein, which I haven't had. I might give it a try if I can find it. Chicken and mushroom, which is good. Beef and tomato, which is pretty good. Sticky rib, which is my favourite. And original curry, which is, I think, pretty good as well. But they also do a sweet and sour one, chicken korma one, which probably will taste fucking chicken korma flavoured noodles. Ooh. Barbecue pulled pork. Now that actually sounds decent. That barbecue pulled pork. Yeah. Peri peri chicken. Then they do one called pot noodle fusions. So they do a chili chicken.
Pot noodle fusions. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, use polymerization on it. Yeah, so they do a chili chicken fusions, Thai green curry fusions, and a katsu curry fusions.
Ooh.
Well, so what makes it fusion then? That's what I want to know.
Are they fusing the flavours together?
Well, I think it's like a different type of noodle or something, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Let's
It doesn't
move on.
really say. It doesn't. Yeah, I was going to say it doesn't really say what it's a fusion of. But yeah, we've determined what the best burgers on the Mackie menu are. I would say the worst one is just a regular hamburger because it's just a cheeseburger without the cheese. Just get it with cheese, bro. Unless you're lactose intolerant, in which case, suck my cock, bro. Fucking lactose.
You're just weak.
You're just lactose. That's what it is. Got no toes. See, we'll move on to Joe's favourite segment of the show.
Ba 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 bum bum. That's going on for too long. Right. Yeah, it's the stuff. Fuck you. You know what? This is Joe hates Jack now. No. So the first episode, fuck me. The first segment of the. Can we start this again? The first segment.
The Rock has just completely thrown you off here, hasn't it?
Of the sus is Joe hates.
Guess you just didn't have drive.
Fuck off.
Didn't have enough power.
Today we're on about TikTok cults. Now, how familiar are you with TikTok cults? Would you say, Jack?
I know about that ghost face one that I think is still going around. I don't know if it is still, but I remember seeing it. I know it exists, and that's about it, really.
Okay.
I think in the ghost face thing, like the whole thing is just that they're all like homophobes or something.
Well, that's an attribute a lot of them have.
Yeah.
But that's not
Is
the
it
point of it.
Blue? No, I was gonna say blue whale. Blue whale's completely separate thing. Ignore me.
But so basically, the point of a TikTok cult is you all have the same profile picture, and if you see someone else with that profile picture, you have to follow them, and they have to follow you. So it's pretty much, like follow for follow, like people would do back in the day or whatever, like sub for sub, And
Yeah, a bit of
the
stuff.
reason why
I remember that.
I hate them.
Ooh, sorry. Hang on, I'll send you something in a bit. I've just seen something that it's to do with the GTA remasters. I'll send you in a bit.
Okay.
Sorry for cutting you. Sorry for cutting you off like that.
It's all right. I'm intrigued now. Uh, so these TikTok cults, the reason why Joe dislikes them is because, as you mentioned before, they're just made up of the worst people ever. The people who do these TikTok cults, they just go around hating on people, and it's definitely people who have like for the boys in their bio, you know, or like the boys, you know, fucking cunts. But the point is, I just don't like a lot of these TikTok cults because it makes no sense for follow because after a while you're just gonna unfollow each other anyway, aren't you? Uh, that's what I found with a lot of follow people who did like who tried to get me to follow them. I never did, so I'm built different. But a lot of the people who do try to get fucking do follow, they just fucking unfollow anyway. There's no point. There's literally no point to them. And yeah, I just don't get it. It it might just be a thing that's like I'm too old. You know, I'm not a 12-year-old boy anymore. I just don't understand it. That could be a thing, but I just think it's stupid as of now. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much the rant. I mean, this isn't really a Joe hates. It's just like a Joe mildly dislikes.
Yeah.
But you know,
Maybe we're just boomers now. Like maybe we don't get it. You know, maybe we're not with it. You know.
But would you have years ago have joined one of these cults?
No.
Exactly. So why?
It's like you know what this reminds me of? There was that like thing that people used to do in like, and this is really throwing it back, Google Plus comments, where they would do that thing where it's like the Stickman Army. Remember that? Where they'd like do like copy past like tanks and stuff into like comment sections, and like
Yeah, I know like things
yeah,
similar. It's just
it reminds me a bit of that. Like that is like a really old example to use, but yeah.
but things like the cults and like the I like the fucking stick figure army or whatever. It a lot of the times, if you didn't know what was going on, it felt quite alienating. It was like everyone was in on the joke, and you just fucking didn't know what was going on. So that's always an issue I had with a lot of these things. And it took me a real like a while to work out why do people have just Ghostface or like there's one they did ages ago. Can't remember it now. But there was like people who are doing it for like the world record egg and like just it's shit. Fuck off if you're doing the TikTok cults. Grow up.
Grow up.
If you want people to follow you, make good content. Be
Yeah.
nice to people. Don't be homophobic in comment sections.
Yeah, you gotta make TikTok videos like me, you know? That's how you get the big bucks. Because as we know, for some reason it works. I don't get it. Maybe it's just because I just got swag. That must just be it. I've just got big ball of swag. And
I need to change up my TikTok.
yeah, you need to start doing TikToks like me, mate. You just react. Try not to laugh challenge.
Try not to laugh. Okay, there was a video I sent it to you. I think of that fucking girl. She was better than you.
Nah, she was shit, bro.
No, she was better.
No.
Mate. She didn't laugh once.
I didn't laugh.
You were fucking pissing your pants at it.
No, I wasn't. I didn't laugh.
You did. You were smirking.
I'm just not laughing. No. It didn't go over 40. You know, the challenge is if it goes over 40, then you fail. But it only went up to 30. I mean, I managed to get it down to 0 at one point.
You know what you should try next? You know when people do like the oh no, our table is broken thing with
no,
this wasn't funny until I played it.
Yeah.
No, it's still not funny, bro.
Yeah, it's just like they like edit like it's like a song, but they change the lyrics. So I've seen one where it's like what you know about rolling down in the deep, but it's edited so it's like, oh no, our table it's broken.
Well, they do that
to the tune of it,
don't they?
Yeah.
I was saying the berries and cream guy.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. More like, you're a little bitch who loves penis and semen. Got him.
Oh.
Roasted.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Mm-mm.
but,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, I think that's all we can really say about TikTok cults. Just, I mean, it's fine if you are in one. Just fucking behave with it and just don't go harassing anyone or, I mean, the damage has already been done, but fucking,
Yeah.
what can you do?
Well, in my opinion, if you're in a TikTok cult, your mom's a hoe.
And you are a weapon.
Yeah, you're absolutely clapped as well. You got no swag.
And your dad sells Elon.
Yeah, your dad sells Avon. Like that's just I don't make the rules.
There
He
we
does.
go.
He makes the rules of how to sell Avon.
But
God, that's an old joke, isn't it?
it really is.
Does Avon even still exist anymore? Like your dad selling Avon was a joke from like fucking 7 years ago.
That was from
God,
like when
look,
my brother was at school.
like
That's how old that joke is.
honestly, like you take the piss out of people for selling Avon when I was in like middle school. Like fucking hell. Oh
Oh, we're too old.
yeah, we're too old for this generation.
I'll tell you
We're
what
both just
is
18. We're just like, oh, getting on a bit now.
I'll tell you what is pretty topical, actually. This isn't really related to anything, but it's just reminded me because I was thinking about TikTok. But
Yeah.
just see the people who broke into a Simon shoot uh earlier this week.
Wait, they broke into the shoot.
Yeah,
I
like 300
haven't.
quids, 300 kids broke into a fucking Sidemen video. Like,
I haven't seen them breaking into a
stole the
shoot.
building.
No. No, I haven't seen that. No. Fucking hell.
It's like big news this week.
What was it they were shooting?
Just like a video, I guess. But they were like smacking on like the cars of all, like the crew and stuff, and
Oh, bloody hell.
yeah, it's really big drama this week. But
Mm.
yeah, I saw a video of them just like, yeah, the Sidemen, yeah.
They should be like, oh yeah, is that Road to Show, yeah?
Just starts going in singing the diss tracks. It's like,
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's such a strange thing to do, isn't it? You know it's them, so like you don't need to go up to them and be like, "Oh yeah, you Rickstar 123, yeah, you Zerka, you
it's like
Zerka."
when Modine fucking went up to them.
Yeah, it's like, oh fucking Mo. Oh, we've talked
Man,
about
like,
Modine. We've talked about Modine before, and that's enough for me. One time is enough about Modine. I don't want to fucking.
He's incredible.
Incredibly shit, maybe. Got him.
Sure.
Modine, more like no friends.
He literally has no friends.
Yeah, not even
Except
friends
John
with.
Cena.
Oh yeah. Best mates with Johnny Boy.
But fucking hell. John Cena, right?
John Cena. Chong Cena. I can't get away from that the picture of John Cena edited onto Mao. Like, what's it? They call him like Shong Cena or something.
What?
You know, do you not know this? There's that picture of like John Cena. He's like, because you know, like all the like Chinese social credit meme stuff you get on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like he's sort of become part of it because obviously you know John Cena speaks fluent Mandarin. And like there's there's like a picture where they've taken Mao, who was like the old ruler of China, and they've just edited John Cena's face over it. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. There you go, I found it. I'll send it you now.
I just had a really long sneeze. That was really weird. But
Yeah, there you go. I've sent it in the chat.
oh hang on, wait. Let me scroll. Oh yeah, I think it's
Yeah, him, Chong Cena.
oh shit. That was brilliant. I like that.
Yeah.
But Let's move on. I've got to scroll back up to topics now.
Wow.
I think that's something I was going to say. Oh, yeah, you reminded me of Shang-Chi. They've changed the Marvels bit on Disney Plus. Well, they changed all the Disney Plus like things. They're all like animated and shit now. They look really cool. So go check that out later. Like you know when you load it up, you go to like the National Geographic bit or whatever.
Yeah.
They've got like full animations now, and it's really cool.
All right. Okay.
So, yeah, go check that out if you haven't. But we noticed that yesterday.
Maybe I will.
Me and my
Well, it was
me
a
and my
Disney Plus.
sisters.
It was Disney Plus Day, wasn't it?
That's today.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, at 4 there was a presentation started.
At 4, well, it's
So-
4:15.
So who knows? There might be
I was
going
gonna
right
say.
now.
Well,
But-
we're not going to look
Talk about
at it
that next
now.
week, anyway.
Well, yeah, I was going to say we won't look at it now because that will probably derail the podcast even further.
Oh, bro! There's a new
No.
There's a new Ice Age. There's a new Ice Age film.
See, there you go. See, this is why I said this is
Ice
why I
Age
said
Adventures.
this is why I said not to look it up. Ugh.
I just literally clicked YouTube. Sorry. That's all I've
That's
seen.
disgusting. That's
It's
disgusting.
Ice Age, bro. Ice Age Adventures is cool, but yeah. So, oh bless me. Sorry. Oh, fucking that one came out
Crikey.
of nowhere. I didn't have time to prepare for that one.
Like John Cena.
But
It's not even John. It's Randy Orton. John Cena.
so yeah.
John Cena.
Back to
Life.
actually,
Back to reality.
Segue. But well, here we go. We'll do it, but it doesn't make any sense. Back to doing
future.
things too early. We're on about listening to Christmas music. Oh, it didn't work.
Jingle bell,
Actually,
jingle bell,
really
jingle bell
good.
rock. Something, something,
So-
something, something. Jingle bell cock.
But yeah, so we're going to be talking about when is the right time to listen to Christmas music. Would you like to give your verdict? Just 'cause I'll go to the
I
bathroom.
would say okay. I would say the right time to start playing Christmas music is not now, despite I know a lot of people are already getting in the fucking Christmas mood. Like, fuck off, it's November. You know? People are putting the Christmas trees up before bonfire night. Like, that's madness. Disgusting. Disgusting behaviour. No, I would say the right time to start playing Christmas music is probably like the very end of November, or the way I normally would do it. I mean, I don't listen to Christmas music anyway because I'm a bit of a Scrooge when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, I don't really like most Christmas music that much. It's all very samey. It says he who listens to, Kanye West all the time. It's, not like all his music is almost exactly the same each time. But, yeah. I would say once you've got the Christmas calendars out, then it's fine. You get your advent calendar out. I think that's acceptable, I guess, because that's when you're starting to get into the Christmas spirit, isn't it? When you've got your advent calendars. So, yeah, I think start of December, I would allow it. Right now, no. Like if I catch anybody whipping out the Michael Bublé Christmas Classics albums, I'm going to steal your soul, Ghost Rider style. Like, I'm gonna get the fucking Eyes of Judgment out, and I'm gonna steal your soul.
I guess my soul's about to be taken. But, no. Right, okay, I agree with you. Like, but, and this goes into my point, because I'm listening to Christmas music now because I'm doing the Joe Sing special.
Okay, that's fine. You're listening to it for a business reason. That's fine.
So just so
However,
I remember the songs and all like the instrumental breaks and all that.
I'm talking about just because, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
that
that's my
like
thing.
that it doesn't run. That doesn't run. Not in my household. There will be no Christmas music in my flat until at least the 1st of December. At earliest, the 1st of December. I mean, there probably won't be any anyway, because we don't decorate our flat. Like, I'm not gonna fucking decorate my flat. I can't be asked.
You're not allowing it.
Well, I mean, like, if they want to put like a little, like, bauble Christmas tree thingy in the kitchen, that's fine. But like, I'm not decorating my room. I need to actually. I've been here for nearly probably just about 2 months now, and I still like my room looks exactly the same as it did when I came. Like, I haven't really done anything to it. Well, like, I put like some books on the shelves and stuff like that. But I need tell you what I need actually. I'm just completely going away from what we were talking about. I need to just get like a cactus or like a little like
Bonsai tree. Get bonsai tree.
No, I don't have the patience to look after a bonsai tree. I think a cactus is fine because cactus, like, you just give it water once a week or once 2 weeks or something. Leave it by the window.
Boring though.
Job's a good one. Yeah, but it livens up the room a little bit.
Does it?
Better than nothing. 'Cause at the minute, all I've got in my room for quote unquote decoration is I've got the first 3 volumes of the Naruto manga. I've got the first 2 volumes of One Punch Man, and I've got the graphic novel. I don't know what to call it. Multi-set, box set. Just the whole graphic novel of the DC storyline Forever Evil. That's it. So, it's a bit dire at the minute. So,
I mean, hey,
just a cactus might help alleviate.
But
yeah,
I mean,
Christmas music, more like shitness music.
Yeah, I mean, as I was gonna say, I'm listening to it now, and I'm just fucking bored of it. It's just, I'm not gonna reveal any of the songs, but just look forward to it. It's a bit of self promotion, but yeah, just don't listen to Christmas music too early because you get sick of it.
You mean you haven't got Tango with an Eskimo? Can't believe it.
You have to see. You have to see. But no. So yeah, I guess we'll move on to our final topic then, because I think we pretty much agree.
Yeah, I don't have a lot. I don't really have a lot to say on this one. Like, I know nothing about this, so you can take this. You can take the floor with this one.
Well, I mean, I didn't really have much to talk about with this, but it's literally been such a slow week that I guess we're gonna have to, aren't we? So yeah, First Class Trouble. It's a Among Us sort of game, but it's like more of a realistic type of Among Us, and it's if you like your broken games, like games that literally just like they're just so bad that they're funny, then get this game because it's incredible. I wouldn't really play it single player, but like, if you want to play it with friends, definitely do. I was playing it with like Slav Max, seeing him in here for my streams, and yeah, it was very funny. Just absolutely because you can just like whip bottles at each other, and you'll just be like knocked on the floor for like 10 seconds, and it's just the characters like ragdoll, and it's just insanely bad, but just something about it just makes the game incredible. So I would definitely recommend just playing it with people, at least just to try it out. It's free on PS. Oh well, just on PS Plus. So you can get a PS5 version of the game and a PS4 version of it. So it's incredibly good. But I guess that's all we can really say about the game. But we'll talk about briefly the Among Us update. Have you seen what they've added?
What do you think would happen if we crossed Naruto and Among Us? I think it would be banging.
Speaking of
no, I haven't.
actually Among Us collaborations, they are collaborating with League of Legends pretty soon. But
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Come on. Oh my god. If it couldn't get any worse.
That's like if they combined fucking like cancer and like the plague. It's just
Genuinely. Genuinely.
honestly. But yeah, so
I gotta survive.
the Among Us update. They've added stop singing Creek. They've added in roles.
Bit Crack Boy Mental. I love Crack Boy Mental.
So they've added in roles and
bread rolls.
I'm gonna have to get up the descriptions because I don't fully know. But they've added in like 5 roles.
Actually, Joe, they're called cobs. That's funny.
Please stop it.
Get it? Because in parts of the country they don't call them bread roll. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, please stop.
Oh, God's sake! It's just getting worse.
We have arguments about that all the time at college. Like, oh, was it good?
Some people say it's a roll, say it's a cob.
But yeah, so there's
Call it
some
bread?
new roles. So it, there's no longer crewmate or imposter. There's now
there's a
scientist
detective.
and engineer. The engineer will allow the player to check.
Engineer looking sus.
Wait, what? Oh wait, no, sorry, that's me being retarded. Sorry. So the scientist will be able to. I know, I didn't mean to say retarded. Sorry, that's a bad word to use.
Wow, I said it again. Wow.
Yeah. So the scientist will check the player's death without finding the body. So cool. And the engineer will be able to check the vents. Oh no, they'll be able to use vents. Sorry. And if you die, you play as a guardian angel and offer a shield to prevent crewmates from dying. The shapeshifter allows imposters to disguise themselves as crewmate more easily. And that's it. And the roles can be customized, basically. But yeah, so
I think you could probably do with that engineer thing, couldn't you?
Sure.
Or probably, I was gonna say do without it, maybe.
The amount of times I can be accidentally venting.
Yep. So sorry about that. Our recording software. To be fair, it's been quite consistent recently.
Did I fucking praise it at the start of the episode as well?
I think we were a bit, weren't we?
Oh, it never crashes anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
It was me. It was all me. I apologise.
It was me, Austin.
I guess that's all we can really say about Among Us.
Among Us?
First Class Trouble. Go play First Class Trouble with your friends. It's incredible.
That's all we can say about crossing over Naruto and Among Us. I think it would be banging.
Drive and power.
Yeah. We do stay hungry, and we do in fact devour. We put in the work, we put in the hours, we take what's ours. Black and Simone in my veins. Culture banger is strange.
We do change the game, to be fair. We changed the podcast game. So what's some of the fucking names? WAP.
WAP.
What are they going to get, though?
Yeah. Something. Terramana. What's it? Terramana?
Tech 9.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you, Terramana Tequila. I hate tequila. Obviously, you would have no experience because you don't drink alcohol. But I will say right now, tequila is not a nice drink at all.
I like the song.
Tequila.
I don't like the song. It's shit.
It is a bit of a shit song. I won't lie.
It's not funny.
Nah, nah. Nah. Shit song.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, on that terrible disappointment, we will end our show there. Thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever it is you do. I was gonna say there's not really a lot to be watching, but thank you so much for listening. Remember to leave a like, subscribe down below if you are already subscribed. Remember to click that notification bell. Leave a comment down below talking about what your favourite flavour of pot noodle or your favourite burger from McDonald's is. And yeah, remember to share us around with your friends and family, and even your enemies if you want. Who
Be a
cares?
good way to torture him.
Yeah, just make them listen to this for several hours. I guarantee you they'll tell you whatever that you
They're
want to
using
know.
this in like police interrogations now.
Yeah. Next time you turn on 24 hours in police custody, you'll probably hear us in the background.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
On this terrible disappointment of a show, just say
Adios.
adios, muchachos. I speak a little Spanish.
Espanol.
What's it? Au revoir.
That's yeah.
Au revoir, monsieur.
French.
Yeah, bit of French. Auf Wiedersehen. It's German. Auf
Or as
Wiedersehen,
they say
my
in our tongue, goodbye.
yeah.
Our
Yeah.
tongue.
Or
That's
as they say,
terrible.
or as they say in my tongue, fuck you off.
Trash. Absolute trash. I was disgusted.